In the autonomic nervous system, we had talked about sympathetic and parasympathetic. You have gained enough information about it, how it functions. We are going to see what are its functions pictorially basically, so that it strikes a chord in your brain and you remember it for a longer time, and your nervous system has a memory of it. Central nervous system, it goes into your permanent memory in the cerebrum, if you can recall the things. Now see, this part represents the sympathetic nervous system and this one is representing the parasympathetic nervous system. I need not to remind you that if sympathetic system is doing this thing, parasympathetic would bring it back. This is how these two systems work hand in hand. What you have to see over here is that there are so many ganglions which are present and it is in close proximity. What you see over here. Over here, what you have to see is which part is taking care of what. Which part of the body is being taken care of by which part of the spinal cord. This is what is to be taken care of. Now you see this in the parasympathetic system, we are going to find that there are 2 points only. One is in the brain and rest one is in the lumbar part. In the case of sympathetic, maximum of it is in the thoracic and cervical part, not the cervical part, it is in the thoracic part and some of it is in the lumbar part. Now you see that the sympathetic chain is present. Sympathetic chain further has celiac ganglion and there could be mesenteric superior ganglions which are present. In this case, you are not going to find those ganglions. They are going to be present in close proximity. These dark green spots, they are the ganglions which are in close proximity with the organs. We have discussed it. Let us see what sympathetic nervous system does and how does parasympathetic differentiate with it. See, first thing is that the bronchi would be released by the sympathetic nervous system. It would constrict the bronchi. Please remember it. These things you have to remember. This is responsible for releasing the bronchi. That part is representing sympathetic nervous system. This would lead to constriction of bronchi. Heartbeat would be accelerated, strengthens the contraction. Supposedly the heartbeat is increasing, that would be brought about by sympathetic nervous stimulation. But if the heartbeat is getting slower, if the heartbeat is increasing, it comes back to its original condition as well. That would be taken care by the parasympathetic nervous system. Now whatever activity is inhibited in this case, this would be stimulated. Now contraction of stomach, small intestine, large intestine, release of the various enzymes would be stimulated by parasympathetic, while the sympathetic would bring back that release to its original condition depending upon the circumstances that are present in the body. This has lot to do with our digestive system. So if supposedly you have eaten lots and lots of food, the parasympathetic system would come and work. Once that food has been digested and passed further into your gut, the sympathetic system would come and it would secrete whatever is being secreted by that digestive system. Sympathetic system would come and bring it back to the normal condition. Then we have the secretion of adrenaline and noradrenaline, which is taken care by the sympathetic system. Now adrenaline and noradrenaline, they also work antagonistic, so we need not to have this bringing down. There is not much of the antagonistic parasympathetic system which is doing the function. Now there is another function of parasympathetic, that it releases the bladder. Urinary bladder would be released. It contracts the urinary bladder. Talking about the reproductive function, this sympathetic system is going to stimulate ejaculation in males, while the parasympathetic would be stimulating erection. Now this is also antagonistic in their functions. Now you see how these two systems are working and we get an idea how the sympathetic and parasympathetic system work hand in hand but antagonistic to each other. If one is raising the level of certain compound or chemical, the other would be responsible for bringing that level to its original condition where that compound or particular chemical was not released. So parasympathetic takes you to a height, sympathetic would bring you down. If the sympathetic is doing the opposite, parasympathetic would take care of bringing you down. So this is how these two systems of autonomic nervous system are working, and what you have to take care in this particular thing is that the nerves which are originating, they are originating from the central nervous system. That is why it is autonomic and it is not in our control. It has not much to do with the sensory part. That is all.